Generally non-sclerosis reflexes are absent.
How often do you find that?
Yeah, it's very, we see that.
Yes?
Yeah, 100 treatments.
Okay, that's a point that I don't do often, so that's something you learn every day. So reflexes. But other than that, this is something I would think that if the reflexes are absent now, and you've got good discrimination score, then
Imaging.
imaging, yeah, we'll come to imaging, okay. You tripped me up in the beginning itself. So, okay, so I would say, okay, let me answer that question. This is, to me, an ideal patient for stapes surgery. So basically, a conductive loss, you don't have fluid behind the ears, the tympanic membrane looks good. So this is what I would call a nice patient for surgery. Now, if you get past this particular step, and all the other investigations are all right, now let's look at this situation. So you've got the same beautiful, yes, this patient will benefit from stapes surgery, and anything on a comment on that? Anybody?
30 dB, without 30 dB they not going to appreciate the difference.
Alright, so you say 30 dB, is there a different opinion? Okay. Right. So because I know people who do it for 20 dB. So that was the question I'm trying to bring forth. So I think everybody here agrees that your minimum airborne gap should be 30 dB or more. So I think we are all in concurrence out there. So let's move on to the next slide. Okay, so how about a situation like this? You've got a patient who's got severe mixed deafness. And again, so what are your advice to the patient? One, would you be offering surgery to a patient like this? Or you would not? And if you do offer surgery to the patient, what would you tell the patient? How much should they expect? Etc. etc. Right, Suresh?
I'm definitely for this case again you have to go for the imaging.
Okay.
So
you talked about imaging. What exactly are you looking for? What do you hope to achieve by imaging in a patient like this?
Usual to have autoplasm in young children.
More congenital
would have seen,
fixation.
we have seen anomalies, we have seen anomalies maybe abandoned, like what Sanjay said. Sometimes when you look at it and you will not know what it is completely with imaging. So sometimes you go inside and you find that a patient was going between the flora of the stapes, we wouldn't
That
do
will
it.
pick up on the image.
Sometimes it's tough, but of course when the patient comes already imaged, we don't do it. The imaging has to be a really good quality to do that. But generally, if there is nothing else and the stapes is fixed, I don't think there is any real reason why you should not do stapedotomy in such cases. But there is a caveat that for hearing it is a wonderful option. But if it's falling down, then we need to be doing something.
Okay, but I mean, in my experience, just for the audience, is that surgery in this very young age, I mean, I'm not saying 7, 8, 10, I've had problems of the entire footplate coming off. Sometimes it's difficult to make that fenestra leave the footplate there. And that kind of leads to a higher incidence of SN loss.
Yes.
I've done my fair share of young children. Young children, I would say 10 above. Again, that's an arbitrary number. But the whole foot